Hey, welcome to part 2 of Danger Close's second episode, volume thingy. What is it again? Podcast.
Yeah.
We'll go with that one. Okay, this will just be some extras from our first one, stuff we weren't able to fit into our normal times table, some other junk we thought of, and another subject. So let's get straight into it with subject extras. Okay, welcome to the subject extras. What we're going to do now is sort of give you a overview. It's been about 20 minutes or 30 minutes since we've done the actual podcast. And we sat down and had something to eat, and we came up with about 3 or 4 more different types of annoying gamer names for different types of players that we could think of that we didn't include in the first podcast. This will just be another quick overview of what we think. And it actually sounds like a good idea that we'd add more. What was that one I said on the way?
Something like bullet sponge.
Oh yeah, the bullet sponge. That Carrick, this is sort of not meant to be offensive to players who don't understand how the field works. But those players who just run out there and just get themselves shot. They don't really give a damn about the score or what they're doing. They just run out there and get themselves killed. It's okay if they don't know the field, but it's those guys who bag you out in the lobby. Those ones who say, oh, we know this field inside and out. And then they run directly into fire. Like, purposely to get you killed. The thief would be another one. It sort of doesn't sound like such a bad title, but for those of you out there who play RPGs, you'll know that the kind of guy who's on a quest and then he steals whatever you're trying to get. So you've worked hard the entire thing. And then there's this guy who just sort of slips in from nowhere, gets the object, and betrays you. So while you're there fighting off, I don't know, goblins?
Whatever.
Goblins, trolls, mountain lions. That's an Oblivion reference. He'll just come in, take the sword or the amulet or the nice shiny helmet and just run off. What's another one we said? You have one. You have no clue, do you?
No.
What are they called? Oh, the whiner.
Yeah.
The guy who just sits there and complains. Like, this isn't offensive to those of you who do occasionally say, oh, that's not working on that. But the guy who sits there and goes, oh, my bullet should have hit you, or my sword went through your gut, it should have decapitated you, or given you a bad gut disease. Or that guy who gets one shot off you, and then complains because you get a headshot.
Okay.
Those are just kind of people we didn't have time to think of in the podcast. Other useful things. The tired gamer. That player who's up late wherever he is in the world, and he's just slowed down by the fact he hasn't got as fast reflexes. It's not a bad thing, but it's just, dude, get some sleep. I don't care if you're not at full form when you're half awake.
It could be an insomniac.
That's a point, but the thing is, dude, get some sleep if you can. It doesn't matter if you can't play 24/7. If you're at your best game, if you've had a good 6 hours sleep, I don't care if I have to wait those 6 hours. Playing at your best is the best. Is my voice tracking, or is that just me?
Is it worse than what?
Never mind. Okay, on to, actually, we're going to go over some new features on this, so just some extras. Okay, on to that. Okay, let's just go over some more topics we've come up with. One of the main ones we're doing is known as the live feed, which will be something we can give back to you guys as an audience. We'll be getting online on Xbox Live, not the PlayStation Network, and expanding. We'll be going on, meeting you in person, answering any questions you want to know about the show, podcast, as we said it was last week, and meeting you up. We would do that if my live wasn't cancelled. Not cancelled, run out. If you guys want to help with that in any way, contact Karma at Facebook. Yeah. I hate shameless plugs. Anyway, the aim of the live feed is to give you guys a sort of heads up where we're going. Live from me, live from gaming expos, anime expos, any expos we can do. We'll be attending them, asking questions to the people, doing what other gamers want. We'll try our hardest to get these done, but we can't exactly promise we'll be on when we say we are. Though it'll be more of just like interviewing you guys. I'll be doing it personally, or Karma will be doing it when he gets his Xbox Live finalized again for the podcast stream. We'll recreate new accounts so you guys have someone you can friend if you want on it and contact us so you don't have to run into any other problems. It basically is set up so you can know what's going on around the world. We want to hear from you guys as well. So if we're in Forge, I don't know, playing COD or something, just drop us a line and join the game. We'll be happy to see you. We'll talk. If we're not too busy, we can even interview you for the podcast. There'll be two versions of the live feed shown. There'll be the live feed, which will be a live audience that we will interview in front of, well, you guys, while we're in the podcast, or we're interviewing them. And then there'll be the live feed, which will be shown here on the podcast. The difference is we'll quote what happens from the interview to you guys, or we'll just quote someone else, or we'll show you footage from what we did. Other interesting things we're doing are the Sims Construction World. We're using the SimCities 2000 Special Edition to create our community based in the game world. We'll be building towns, settlements, that kind of stuff, and showing how our community is evolving thanks to you guys, a sort of a payback. Regular fans and question makers will have their own set districts and towns that they'll control. They can simply send us a message saying they want this added to their town, or they would like this removed, or a set district added to the area. The more common you are, the more area you'll get. Other things include what are you doing again, Raymond?
Puzzle?
Huh. Anyway, you broke that.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
I think I can.
I'm 2 pieces away.
Good. Yeah, he sort of have this sphere of memory and you have to reassemble it. I've got like 100 of them scattered around my room. Let's see.
Yes.
We'll do a magazine read.
Is that right?
We commonly buy gaming magazines and computer magazines where we live. So whenever we find something in this that we think is interesting, we'll just bring that along for fun. Maybe flick through a couple of pages, see if there's any new stuff we want to talk about, or if anything catches our eye, which we'll then talk about in the subject. Next week we're thinking about doing a ratings one. So we might do how the different rating systems affect us in everyday life. So R ratings, M ratings, basically stuff like that. If it's really worth it or if it's too high or too low, depending on the world. Other stuff we should really sort of be worried about is the latest upcoming games and betas. If we're ever actually invited to play one of these, we'll stream the footage to you guys so you can see how it works and how we play. And basically all that kind of stuff. Basically it for us this week. Karma will throw this up on YouTube sometime. Usual address, usual stuff. I'll put our contact details up. And thanks. See yous.